Leaders from all walks of life are in awe of the Rebbe's impact on worldwide Jewry. But what few realize is the impact the Rebbe has through his mivtzayim on the students themselves.
When I was first 13, it was really hard for me to say Dvar Torah in front of other people. But when I signed up for YJL, they gave me a route right away. They gave me chalas. The first office I walked into, the guy's like, I went into his office, he smiled, and he like, oh, do you have any words to say? And it just made me comfortable in order to say like a Dvar Torah. And from then on, it was just helps you more and more.
When I first started going on Mivtzayim with the YJL program, I was very unconfident going into an office. I had 2 older students going with me. They were the ones that said the Dvar Torahs, they shared everything. I was very quiet. So one time they asked me, why don't you say something? I said I wasn't so sure, I didn't know, maybe, yes. So finally I decided, okay, fine, I'll say. So I came in office, I told them I was gonna go, I will say something by an office that I was most comfortable with. So I went into the office, walked in, they greeted us as usual. And this time the older student asked me, now it's your turn. So I went and I started saying our Dvar Torah that we learned in class. And after I finished, the smile that the owner of the business and the workers there gave me was incredible. I felt like the whole world. It was amazing. That is what made me share in the future. I had nothing else to fear.
When you walk into an office, the people are usually very looking forward and they're very welcoming. And from my experience, they're very nice and they're looking forward for you to say something to them, and it makes me feel really comfortable.
So I've been going on Mivtzayim with YJL for the past 2 years, and what I've learned is that every time you meet someone on the train, meet someone on the street, or just asking someone for directions, it all has a purpose and a reason. And this taught me in life that every time I meet someone, I shouldn't just ignore it, and I should take it for the good and find something good out of it.
I just want to thank you to YJL and Rabbi Wolf. They really brought out my courage inside of me.
Let's take a look at a typical Friday that the Bachrim go out on Mivtzayim. New York City has millions of riders, but these young boys are focused. They take Mivtzayim seriously. They review their Dvar Torah on the train. And when they meet someone on the train, there's no random encounter. They know there must be a reason. People are busy on a regular Friday afternoon, closing deals, buying, selling. But when our students come to the offices, people put their meetings on hold. Their phones go busy. Now is tefillin time.
So I give you a small spiel about how we look forward here in my office for the Lubavitch to come on Fridays. So what I do for a living is I sell buildings. I'm on the phone all day. I make 200 phone calls a day, and I get a phone call every Friday around 2-3 p.m. from this fine gentleman here, and I know his caller ID, and I'm usually on the phone when he calls. When he calls, I see his caller ID, I tell the person on the phone, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I realized I have a conference call in 2 minutes. Can I call you back in 20 minutes? And they say, yes, no problem. I put them down, I pick him up before he hangs up. That's in 5 seconds. I pick him up, I say, you're here? He says, yes, I'll be there in 2 minutes. I say, perfect. I hang up, I call the receptionist. I say, hey, we have the boys coming up. He's gonna be here in 2 minutes. She says, perfect. I call my colleague over here on his extender. I say, hey, we're doing rap in 2 minutes. Hang up your call. He says, perfect. He tells the person that he's on the phone with the same thing. We have a conference call. 2 minutes later, we're in this room, we get 2 challahs, we give it to the whole company, we do the most express rap possible, we talk to God for about a whole 30 seconds, but it feels like it's 2 hours, and then we feel fantastic going into Shabbos. You guys are tzaddiks.
When the young leaders come up to the office, they are welcomed like young adults, as an individual who is expected to share knowledge. This is an amazing opportunity for our young boys to mature beyond their years.
So I look forward to each week to seeing my friend Yecheskel and hearing the Parsha of the week, it is truly a joy to see him each week, and happy to call him a friend.
The joy that a student experiences when they share a mitzvah is beautiful and contagious. Everyone sees that the young students are not checking off a to-do list. Mitzvahs are something they truly care for. The dance you just saw on a Friday afternoon in a Wall Street office, what was the occasion? Someone who put on tefillin for the first time. But friends, this is all just the tip of the iceberg. This past year, YJL received a text that will blow you away. Your Bachrim are our Jewish future, true lion cubs of Zion. I'm very happy they lent me the tefillins, and honestly, I did not see any or all the people on 5th Avenue during the brachot. But when they learned that I spoke very similar Yiddish to theirs, they all expressed a special joy, which my phone camera recorded a rare moment of the last mitzvah before Shabbat. I wish them all a happy, fulfilling future. I'm proud of their teachers and school. Ladies and gentlemen, the story of Avi is a touching one. I want to hereby introduce to you Avi himself, who will share with us the memorable encounter he had with a group of the YJL boys on 5th Avenue one winter Friday afternoon.
Shalom, everyone. My name is Avi Greenblatt. I have a special message to the lovely boys I met, Nota, Shloime, Schneer, Zalman, and Mendel. I met you all on 5th Avenue this past winter. It was a busy Friday. Hundreds of people were walking down 5th Avenue. You came over and asked me to put on tefillin. For you, this was a random mitzvah, asking people to put on tefillin, nothing special. But for me, this was an emotional experience. You have no idea what this did to me. Little did you know that I was in New York City for a major prostate surgery. I was ill with a terrible disease. I was fighting for my life. I fought many battles in my life. I was a soldier in the 6-Day War and the Yom Kippur War. These were tough wars. I fought and thank God survived. But you met me at the moments I was fighting the battle to stay alive. I had come to New York City from Israel to undergo a faithful surgery. The surgery was scheduled for Friday a week from when I met you. When I heard the question, did you put on tefillin? And I saw your pure faces, I was reminded of my parents. I was reminded of my own identity. And when I put on those tefillin, I did not see anyone on 5th Avenue. All of the people walking down the streets were non-existent. My soul was on fire. I felt that God was sending me a mitzvah, a bracha, a chizuk and a shema. Putting on those tefillin gave me the strength to face my surgery. When I finished the shema, I had to capture this precious moment with my camera. I needed to etch it in my memory. I wanted to share this moment with friends, and I can't tell you how inspiring this picture is to whoever I showed it to. I asked for the email of the yeshiva, and I sent a picture to the yeshiva. When Rabbi Wolf called to thank me for the picture, I told him the story. Rabbi Wolf came to visit me in the rehab after surgery. He put on tefillin with friends who came to visit. And would you believe it, that one of my friends was so inspired that he bought a pair of tefillin from Rabbi Wolf. all because of your random act of putting on film. I hope you realize the power of your mitzvah and the power of a picture. I turn to you all Chabad boys and beg you to flood the world with pictures of tefillin. These are treasured moments you need to share. I want to give you a big thank you for the tefillin moment. After that, I was not afraid to have the surgery. I am, thank God, recovering and learning new things. I'm also recalling my wonderful days in New York. But you are the young lion cubs of Zion, the future of Israel. I salute you. Keep up the good work. And God bless Rabbi Wolf for making it all possible. Be well and all the best.